Joanne is with us. Joanne has a comment. Joanne says, can anyone confirm if now Muslims have jurisdiction under Islam in some Texas cities? No, they do not. Can anyone confirm if we are an Islamic sanctuary, if there are Islamic sanctuary cities in Texas now? Maybe. Okay, two different things there. One, Islam does not have jurisdiction in America. We have a constitution, we have laws. Either at the federal, state, and local level, we have laws. None of those laws are bound to a religion, not Judeo-Christian law. We don't have, the Pope can't, as an example, the Pope cannot issue an edict and that become law anywhere in America. Now, an individual American can follow something, an edict coming from the Pope or from a imam in Islam. They can follow that if they want to, or for I'm not exactly sure what the equivalent would be under Judaism, but I'm sure they have some equivalent. A rabbi giving an edict of some sort, they can follow that if they want. But again, that wouldn't be law. That's a choice. That's a choice of individuals who happen to be American citizens. And if you have a town, theoretically, you could have a town, which Dearborn, Michigan almost is. So you could have a town that is 90%, 100% Muslims or Jews or Christians or Hindus or Buddhists, doesn't matter. Any kind of religious background. And their religious beliefs do not become law in that town. Now, it is possible that if the mayor and the city council and maybe the county all happen to be run by religious figures and they all go through the process to adopt laws, which means they go in, they have the city council, they vote on this, the public has a vote on it as well. And if everyone agrees and they follow the legal process, could you have laws that mimic a religious sect belief? Yes, that can happen. And we kind of see that a little bit in Dearborn, Michigan, which is heavily populated by Muslims. And some of the laws there mimic Islamic law, some of them. But they have to go through the legal process to create that law. And that law can be overridden or thrown out for being unconstitutional at the state level, as well at the county level, at the state level, even at the federal level. It can be thrown out. You can go to court and have those laws thrown out if they aren't constitutional, if they're not based on the Constitution. So even if you have a town filled with nothing but a religious group, and they put into law their religious ideology, if that ideology does not match the Constitution, it doesn't count. It'll be kicked out. It's unconstitutional. It's not real. But could it happen? Yes. So could that be in Texas? Yes. Doesn't mean that it is, but it could be. And do we have Islamic sanctuary cities? Well, we have sanctuary cities across America. A sanctuary city, I'm not sure what you mean by a sanctuary, Islamic sanctuary cities. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Do we have groups of refugees in America from Islamic countries? Yes, we do. But if someone is, normally a sanctuary city is considered a city that is breaking immigration law. So if you're saying, can a bunch of illegal aliens from Islamic nations come into America and they will be protected? That's already happening. That's San Francisco. That's LA. That's Detroit and Chicago and New York and Boston and Boulder. They already exist. Now, most people think of that based on region, where they come from, what nation they come from, like Venezuela. But The same thing would apply if they're coming from, it wouldn't necessarily be because of the religion, but if they're coming from Somalia, or they're coming from Iran, if they're coming from Syria, a nation where the predominant religion is Islam, then yeah, they can be, you can have a sanctuary city where the majority of those illegal aliens are coming from a Muslim country. That doesn't make it Islamic sanctuary state or sanctuary city. It just makes it a sanctuary city for illegal aliens who happen to be Muslim. So can it exist? Yes. Does it exist? Not to my knowledge. I hope I made that clear. There is a difference there. It's a little weird, but I hope I made that clear. Thank you for the question, Joanna. I hope I answered that. Joanna says yes. So I did answer your question. She says thank you. So I did clarify that. So I hope I can understand the confusion on that. And it is a concern in a way, because ultimately the biggest problem in what you're highlighting is it's illegal aliens. At the end of the day, it's a sanctuary city, which is illegal. It's a crime. And we should enforce that. And I've said for a long time, any sanctuary city and or sanctuary state should be punished. They should be denied any federal funds, period. Doesn't matter whether it's a sanctuary for illegal aliens that come from Honduras or from Venezuela or from Sweden or from Thailand, or they come from Syria. I don't care. Makes no difference to me. If there are a sanctuary city where illegal aliens know that they can go, and that city, by its actions of its mayor and its city council and the laws that they put in, if they're protecting them, which contravenes the Constitution and state law and federal law, that's criminal. They should lose all federal funding. Period. Instantly. No federal, cut them off. They get nothing. That means SNAP benefits. That means retirement benefits. No federal dollars should go into that city ever. Just cut them off. They broke the law. There's a punishment. That punishment is you get no federal funding. No federal funds go into that city at all. Now, you may say, well, Mike, that's a punishment. Well, if I need food stamps, why am I denied food stamps? Because you allowed your elected officials to break the law. It is a consequence of that act. You are accountable and responsible. Did you vote for them? Did you vote against them? Did you allow them to get elected to break the law? And when they broke the law, the consequence is something that you were aware of. You are part of that chain of consequences. That means your SNAP benefits get cut off. Why? Because federal funding got cut off because they broke the law. It's that simple. And I guarantee you, well, I can't guarantee it, but I have strong belief that if the federal government cut off LA, including food stamps, all federal funding, including food stamps and any other government aid, you would see LA stop being a sanctuary city. Same thing for New York, Chicago, Boston, all of them, all the sanctuary cities, all the sanctuary states, New York and California, Illinois, Maryland. If you cut off those states from all federal funding, including government aid, including things like SNAP benefits, if you cut that all off, and the federal government gives them no money. Why? Because they broke the law. I am sure within a week, you would see those laws change. They would stop being sanctuary cities and sanctuary states. The only reason why we have sanctuary cities and sanctuary states is because the public has not felt any accountability. They had elected these people thinking that it's not going to harm them in any way. There's no consequence to this. Laws must have consequences. If they don't, they're not laws. So we should enforce that. That's what I believe. By the way, I didn't mention this before. In New Jersey, talking about shutting off federal funding, New Jersey wants to do that, by the way. New Jersey is saying that the Mikey Sherrill, who just won the New Jersey governor's race, is now saying that as long as Trump is in office, she might withhold federal payments, that all the taxes that should be going to the federal government, she's going to stop that. And she's going to stop sending money to the federal government because she doesn't like Trump. That's stupid. Because the proper answer, again, and the way it should be enforced is, great, you're not sending federal taxes in, you're going to be cut off. And everyone in New Jersey gets cut off. This is what people voted for. So she does something stupid like, I'm not going to pay into the federal balance. She's not going to send the money, federal taxes to the federal government. Well, you don't get any federal funding. That includes SNAP. That includes government aid. None of that money goes to any person in New Jersey. And I guarantee you, if she cuts off the funding and the federal government stops sending food stamps and government aid to people in New Jersey, Mikey Sherrill is going to get recalled. She's going to get kicked out of office. She's going to be forced to retire. I hope she does this. Politico covered the article. No one else is really talking about it. It came out 2 days ago. I hope on Friday it came out. I hope Mikey Sherrill thinks she is so stupid that she thinks she has a mandate from the people of New Jersey that the state is so blue that they will be happy to have their food stamps cut off, their federal funding, their Medicaid and all of that is cut off. I don't think she lasts very long. I hope she's this stupid. I hope she is. And she might be. She might be that dumb. She hates Trump. Orange man bad. Great. Orange man bad. That means you don't need any federal money. Go for it. It's a sanctuary state anyway. So again, for twice, I say, if you're not paying into the federal government like you're supposed to, and you're a sanctuary state breaking the law of the federal government, cut off the federal funding. Just cut them off. I have no problem with that, including food stamps, including all levels of federal aid, all of it. Then let's see what they do. I guarantee you within a month, she'll get removed from office or she'll retire.
No soundbites allowed is the name of his game. With a coffee in one hand and his puppy on his lap, cigarettes curling, smoking his political trap. Michael Vast roars through the screen, he flies, painting red and blue skies with his fiery cry. He's the world's watchdog, calling out the bluff. Right-wing swagger, but his heart's pretty tough. Republican dragon with his truthful flight, fights the battles unseen in the shadows of the night. From policy to passion, he breaks it all down, giving a voice to the voiceless, wearing his crown. Caffeine-fueled mornings, the smoke curls dance, Puppy at his feet, giving life one more chance. Through algorithms and bias, he cuts straight and clear. Michael's roar echoes in the hemisphere. Michael Vast roars through the screen, he flies, painting red and blue skies with his fiery cry. He's the world's watchdog, calling out the bluff. Right-wing swagger, but his heart's pretty tough. No soundbites allowed is his ultimate creed. A dragon's perspective where facts are the seed. Standing tall on his battlefield of thoughts, guarding the truth that others forgot. Michael Vast roars cry. He's the world's watchdog, calling out the rough. Right-wing swagger, but his heart's pretty tough.